Okay, so if we're talking about chord family 1, we're talking about a stack in the key of C, C, E, G, B, D, F sharp, A, C, and then you can have an E on top, right? So that would be a C major 13 plus 11. So that's the whole stack, right? So now, from there, we write out triadic plural interior chords. So we got C, E, G, right? E, G, B, G, B, D, B, D, F sharp, D, F sharp, A, F sharp, A, C, and then A, C, E. So those are all the plural interior chords, right? So the next subject is, when you have all these plural interior chords, any one of the notes in those plural interior chords can be the top note of the chord, right? In other words, I could take G, B, D, and I can make that D, B, or, excuse me, where's my eraser? Where's the eraser?
Gratz took it with them.
So we could have GBD, GBD, BDG, or we could have B on top, right? DG, right? So here's the melody, right? So we could have a D in the melody, a G in the melody, or a B in the melody up top, right? So that would be assumed root 3. Here's assumed root 1, C, right? Here's assumed root 3, E. Here's assumed root 5. Assumed root 7, right? Assumed root 9. Plus 11. And 13, right? So the shortcut that everybody does is they take this chord, assume root 9. So what's that? D, F sharp, A, right? And then it's starting on the second note of the scale, right? It starts on D, right? So if you play a C down here, and you play D, F sharp, A up there, that's a D over C, right? Or this one actually is a D slash C, right? That's a slash chord, right? If I was going to do a polychord, I would go like this. D, F sharp, A over C, E, G, right? That's a D over C. And then I could complete it out by doing D, F sharp, A over C, E, G, B. So there's a C major 7 down there, and there's a D right there, right? So that's a D over C major 7. So that makes it simpler for instrumentalists to play it real quick. If you play a piano and you get a chord symbol D over C, you can instantly play a D over a C, right? But if somebody says D major 13 plus 11, you have to calculate it, right?
Yeah.
Well, what's D major 13 plus 11? Well, you have D, right? What's the 2 of D?
Not sure.
The 2 of
Oh,
D is E, right? So that's E over D, right? And that equals D major 13 plus 11. So you just go to the 2 and play a major triad over the root. Wham wham. Quick way of doing it, right? Okay, so now. Good? My favorite thing to do. Now it's all damp. All right, so. Page 328, let's start on B. Okay, so we're gonna write the stack here. And then we're gonna write the arpeggio. Actually, they have it the other way around, arpeggio then the stack. Okay, I think E1 wants to start going today now. So the key of B major, right?
Yeah.
So it's really not a B major scale, is it?
No.
It's a B Lydian scale, right?
Yeah.
You start on B and you write it out. You spell it out, right?
Yeah.
No cell phones, please. No cell phones, please.
Wait, what? Oh,
He's talking to me.
I was like, that's not a cell phone. I was like,
Janie, no cell phones.
I'm doing the right thing.
Pay attention to the lectures, not the cell phone. Give you chapter 10.
Do I have it?
Yeah, I have it. Page 2.
What's the next step?
Me?
We're on page 228.
Get out your chapter 10 and fill in what he's writing on the board. And then whatever anybody else writes on the board, you fill it in too, so you can study it when you get home.
Okay.
my dude's right.
First, write the stack over in the right. Real quick, just stack up the thirds. No sharps or flats, just go. Now, not E,
Wait, what?
BD.
B, D.
Sharp.
And I'm gonna get you some coffee, man.
Oh, BD, yeah.
B, D, yeah. Think back to when you were a little kid.
Like that.
Yeah. Stack up thirds. Boom, 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 boom. Real quick. Keep going. There you go. Now, put numbers next to those notes on the right side. 1, 3, keep going, 5, 7, 9, plus 11, right?
Yeah.
13,
Wait, that's one again then.
1 again, yeah. Good. Now you can look at the stack and analyze it. B to D, that's a minor third, so it needs to be D sharp, right?
Yeah.
B to F is a flat 5, so that needs to be F sharp, right?
Yeah, that was extra.
B to A is a minor 7, so that needs to be A sharp, right?
Yeah.
B to C is a minor second, so that needs to be C sharp, right? Now B to E, that's a perfect fourth, so it needs to be E sharp, right?
Yeah.
All right? And then B to G, what's that? That's a flat six, right?
Flat six, yeah,
So it needs to be G sharp, right?
yeah.
So you gotta put a D sharp at the top, and the three,
Yeah,
you with us?
Yeah.
Now you can do the arpeggio.
yeah.
Man, those notes look like you just got drunk at a bar and started trying to walk down the street. Have you been to a bar last night? Were you trying to walk home?
I wasn't paying last night.
You were in pain?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We're talking about penmanship, right? Notation, notation, notation. You remember the slogan?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we got there? B, D sharp, F sharp, A sharp, C sharp, E sharp, G sharp, B. Okay, good. Now the plural interior triads. What do we got?
Like those three together.
Yeah.
What's a triad? Is that what you're asking me?
No, I know what it is.
Okay. Okay. And that's called assumed root one, right?
Yeah, so you want.
So you put a one with a circle around it, right? Yeah.
Then you put this in the root.
Then you want assumed root three, right?
Yeah.
What is D, F sharp, B? What's that? What kind of chord is that?
D, F sharp, B. Major.
What's the chord from D sharp?
D. F sharp, B.
Why is there a B in there?
D F sharp.
We're talking about assumed root three, right?
Yeah.
D sharp, this is root three, right? It's a D sharp chord.
Yeah, like D sharp chord. Oh
How do you
yeah.
spell D sharp?
Like that.
Yeah, and that should be A what?
A sharp.
Okay, so the first chord is what? B,
B.
second chord is
D.
D sharp, F sharp, A sharp, and a D sharp minor, right? So write those names of the chords above the chord.
This one's like D sharp minor.
D sharp what? D sharp, F sharp, A sharp, what's that? What's D minor? D, F, A, right?
DFA, yeah,
So
that's
if you
D
sharp
sharp
everything,
minor.
it's D sharp minor, right? Okay. What's the first one?
That's B major.
Okay, now, assume root five, what do we got there?
We got like F sharp and the
F sharp what? F sharp, then what?
A sharp, C sharp.
Mm-hmm. What does that spell?
F sharp major.
Good. You just copying this down? So now assume root seven?
E sharp's in the major.
A sharp what? A sharp, C sharp, E sharp, G sharp.
Yeah.
So what's A minor? A, C, E, G.
G,
So if you sharp everything, that's A sharp minor.
A sharp minor.
Page 328.
Looks like right there then.
Huh?
Is it right there then for this 4-part chords?
We're still doing 3-part chords, so A sharp, C sharp, E sharp.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
And then you put 9th in the bass?
That's a good way to think of it. Assume root 9.
Yeah.
So, what?
It'd be C sharp, E sharp, G sharp.
You're not really leaving yourself much room there for the rest of the chords, are you?
Facilities multiple times regarding key issue, does sweep the outside Morgan. Garbage replace and
C sharp major.
all of them, like, I hate to say it, there's not enough facility department to do what they do. You're writing memos.
Now, what's the next root?
The 11th the root, E sharp,
What kind of 11?
sharp 11. So it's gonna be E double sharp or E sharp?
E sharp.
Yeah, E sharp.
You're not leaving yourself enough room there.
Monday, Dr. Reed wasn't able to come in. How long did it take for you to find out?
E sharp
I didn't know I had an email.
Oh, yeah, right before I left the house, I go, let me check my email.
Okay.
There it was,
Sarah, we were here Monday for,
Plus 11.
conducting, and I went to the music room, studying my homework. And I always room, I came out, and the room was, I was back.
So the G sharp's the next one.
You got a D sharp in there too, don't you? So what's BDF spell? B diminished, right?
Yeah, B diminished.
So
B
if
sharp
you-
diminished.
B sharp diminished, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Should the B be natural on E sharp?
G, B.
Yeah.
Yeah, B.
It's
natural.
B natural.
And then on the last
Yeah, I thought
one,
it should be natural.
Yeah, B natural.
so it's B sharp. B.
So it changes everything, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just for the last two, though.
E, G sharp, and B. That's minor third and then the flat 5, so that's an E sharp diminished, right?
Yeah.
Now we got a B, D sharp, F sharp, what's that? That's a B major, right? Or G, B,
That's-
D, G, B, B, D, right? G sharp, B, D,
Yeah.
G sharp minor, right?
G sharp, B, D sharp?
So G sharp, B, D sharp, right?
Yeah,
What's
it's
that?
G sharp minor. isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
here you go. Okay, now 4-part chords.
So it's like 7th basically. So basically this with like the 7th on it.
Yeah.
That's B major 7?
First one, B major 7.
Yeah. Do we put a 1 there?
Sooner one, yeah.
That's E sharp minor 7?
Mm-hmm. It'll be over 3, right, not 2.
Yeah. And 5 then. Sharp major 7. Should I like move this up?
Sure, you can erase that. You already know what it is.
Sharp minor 7.
C sharp, E sharp, G sharp. This is C triad, right?
Yeah.
C sharp is the root, right?
Yeah.
So B is how far away from C sharp?
It's like 7th away.
A 7th? What kind of 7th?
It's like a minor 7th away.
Okay, so if it's a minor 7 with a major third, what kind of chord is that?
It's like the diminished, isn't it? Like half diminished?
Half diminished has a flatted third and a flatted fifth, right?
Yeah.
What does that have? It's a C sharp major triad, right?
Yeah.
With a flat 7. What is that?
It's just the minor one?
If it's a C sharp major triad, how could it be minor?
Wait.
C sharp major triad with a flat 7.
Try it. It's just flat 7.
It's a flat 7.
It's like, wait, try a flat 7.
What's that called?
I forgot what that's called. Oh no. I forgot what that's called.
All the eyes are looking at you like this, see?
Yeah,
Feel the
Your minor
pressure.
7.
You
Just
feel that,
keep
you
saying
feel that feeling? It's called the quickening.
it is.
C7,
Oh yeah, it's
C sharp 7. They quickening helps you,
Wait a minute.
helps you learn.
Where are you?
It's
No,
the
no,
same
quick-
thing.
it's
It's
the
the
Oh,
same
it's the
thing.
same,
Huh?
okay.
I can remember this
I was
now.
like, wait.
You can remember it now, because you experienced the quickening.
Yeah.
Anytime you make a mistake in front of a class, it's good for you.
Can you remember your life?
You do. You experience the quickening, all these eyes looking at you, and they go, we're not laughing with you, we're laughing at you.
All four of us.
But then you're reluctant because you're gonna get the hot seat at some point too, right? Everybody's in dread, no. Okay, what's that?
Whisper the answer.
Plus 11. E sharp,
E sharp
G,
diminished.
E sharp, G sharp, B, right, diminished, and then D sharp. So that's a flat 7, right?
Yeah.
Not a double flat 7, right?
Yeah.
So if it's not a double flat 7, but it's got a flat 5 and a flat 3, what is that?
That's half diminished.
Saturn 7,
Yeah,
right?
it's 7, 7. It's half diminished then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that your favorite chord? E sharp, half diminished 7.
I wouldn't even play it. That's it's a rest.
Okay, now the 13. You can drop it an octave if you want.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that.
So you got G sharp, B, D sharp, right?
Yeah, that's G minor.
G sharp minor, right?
G sharp minor 7.
And then the F sharp to G sharp's a whole step, so it's a flat 7, right?
Yeah.
So
That's G sharp 7.
G sharp, what?
G sharp minor 7.
That's it.
Yeah.
They're not my contract.
Okay, everybody copy this down?
They're not my contract. That's the last I heard, Larry said, no, he never agreed on it, that's what it is, it's not a contract. So, but I stopped home. Why did you want to start for that? I don't think it should be. No, there's no way. Their contract is through the school.
Good one.
No, I get it.
Okay, what's the next one? E?
E.
Okay. Oh, I thought you were sneaking up on me. Okay, Jeannie, why don't you get up there and kick everyone's ass? You got this.
You don't have to deal with as many sharps.
It's really not the key of E, is it? It's the key of the 4th, right? Sharp. Actually, the key of the 5th, right? The 4th is sharp, right? Yep. Now stack. Now what's the name of that chord? Perfect. Now triads? G sharp, B, D sharp, F sharp, right? So the F sharp's a whole step below G sharp, right? That's a flat seven, right? That's a fifth, right? G sharp to D sharp is a fifth. B is a minor third, right?
Yeah.
And then the F sharp is a flat seven, right? So a minor third and a flat seven, there you go. No European sevens. What does that European seven mean to a lot of people? Major seven,
Okay.
especially the French
Oh yeah, the French use it a lot.
for a major seven. I've seen people in New York do it too.
The French like to put a dash through everything. Like Z, they have to put a dash or something.
Z, right?
Yeah.
Good. Good. Excellent. Yay. Okay, so now let's go to page 329. Okay, so what do we see there? We got plural interior chords for assume root 1. We C, and then the first inversion C/E, and the second version C/G, right? Those are the three inversions of a C triad, right? And if we're assume root 3, we got the same concept, the root position, and then first inversion, second inversion. And see how this works? That's just outlining the plural interior chords of their inversions, right? So now, if you have the note, melody note E, what's your selection available for chords to use if the melody is E?
E minor.
Let's erase that. Okay, so would you the second inversion C/G, right? The GCE, right? C/G? C/G?
What do you say?
Write down C/G.
Like the chord?
Mm-hmm. The third chord on the page. Okay, so the top note's E, right? So that's what our rule is. We want to have an E in the melody. So what's the next chord we can use that has an E in the melody? How about first inversion G minor, or E minor?
E minor over G.
E minor over G, right? Fifth chord on the page?
Okay. You just want me to write this down?
Yeah. Okay, so that chord has an E in the melody, right? Now, we keep going and we can't find another one all the way until we get down to the first position of A minor, root position of A minor. Right? Okay, so, Yuan, would you play those for us?
Yeah.
Thank you, Alicia. So this is the whole point, is you take a melody and you can harmonize chords underneath it with this technique. So you get the melody, E, right? And then your first chord is C over G, right?
Yeah.
Your second chord is, and your third chord is. So all those three chords work really well. And that's just using the plural interior chords out of the stack, with E as the top note. So you have a lot of stuff to, this isn't even chromatic harmony, this is diatonic harmony. Okay, next page. Now, we've got key of F, key of B flat, and it keeps going with this logic. Okay, so what are we doing here? We're taking the key of F, and we're going to start with assume root 1. Then we're going to write the first inversion and second inversion, right? Then we're going to take assume root 3 and write the first inversion and second inversion next to it. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
You want to try one?
Me? Yeah, I'll go.
Try that first one. Key of F.
Key of F. Wait, you write it down here, or?
Does everybody understand the top concept?
Mm-hmm.
The melody can be used with 3 different chords in that stack. And you can make inversions to make it fit. Okay, you can erase it.
Yeah.
Okay, so now what we're doing is we're taking the key of F, the stack, which is what? F, A, C, E, G, B, D, right? F, A, C, E, G, B, D, F, right? And the B is not a B flat, why?
C sharp.
Sharp 11, right? Which is the same as a sharp 4, right?
Yeah.
So it's F, A, C, E, G, B, D, right? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so key of F Lydian is no sharps and flats, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so assume root 1 is going to be F, A, C, right?
Yeah.
Now, bar line. Now we want to assume root 3. What's that going to be?
Like
F slash A, right?
Yeah.
Making sense, Kitty?
I'm a little confused still, but I feel like seeing it is gonna clarify it.
So we're just taking the F triad and we're making our inversions out of it. Because F is the first triad in the stack, right?
Just put like thirds in the bass and then fifth in the bass.
Exactly. And the next one is going to be F slash C, right?
So C's in the bass.
You can put it down below,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do.
You can go CFA if you want. There you go, bar line. Good, have a seat, thank you. You guys fill that in on your sheet? Okay, who hasn't gone yet? You want?
Nice.
Would you like to try? We're trying to do assume root 3, right? In the stack, what's assume root 3?
A.
A. So you want the 3 triads based on A, right? First inversion, second inversion, right?
Yeah.
You said dot? Is that what you said?
No.
No? I think you said dot. Is that the new response for everybody? When somebody says something, you just go dot.
Like we say bet.
Yeah, bet.
Bet? Is that new?
It's not like that new, but still.
Dot.
I'm gonna start saying that now though.
I know that's cool, huh? We coined it in this classroom.
Yeah.
Just when everybody says something, you just go dot. You don't think it's funny? Okay, sorry.
Oh, focused.
Swung on and missed. Good. All right. So that's similar 3, right?
Yeah.
Let's notate that there. A little circle around that 3.
Would you
Question.
write A minor?
A C E. Yeah, A minor, right?
And for all of them, we're
Yeah.
doing?
All of them. Yeah, right. Because it's a C natural, right? Okay. Bar line, please. Okay, good. Now the next one's going to be assume root 5. So, how about Jeannie? So right away I'm seeing we've got 2 chords where we can have a C in the top note, right? You've got F, and then you got A over E minor. That has both of those have a C in the top note, right? So those are two choices right away when you want to harmonize it, right?
Isn't it supposed to be A minor over E?
A minor over E, it is.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you know, we're in the hot seat.
You just
We can, who wants to fix it?
I'll fix it.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Since you're
I don't
nearby.
want anybody to be confused.
I'm a drummer.
Well,
It's like
I
when
play drums.
the drums, yeah.
when you're up there, your mind gets like, oh.
Yeah.
When you come down here, it's like, oh, I get it now.
You're just like, oh, I'll put the minor in
It's
there.
usually worse on Mondays, right? Isn't it worse on Mondays when you get up there?
It's
Yeah.
easier.
Yeah,
Um,
and
And
that's
even worse after a holiday weekend, right? You're just,
oh, after spring break, oof.
spring break. How to bar line up there? Who's the fastest person who can get to the board? Yeah! It's a race, see?
There we go.
Okay, so that's assume root 5.
Now we found the mistake.
What's after 5? What's after 5?
7.
7. Do you want to try it? No, you already did it, didn't you?
I think
Did you already go?
Well, I wrote the example.
It doesn't count.
I don't think that counts.
Okay, you want to try assume root 7?
Yeah, can I write this down?
And you guys, you should be copying these down onto your page here,
Yeah.
because this is when you get it home, you study this, okay?
So.
So just go to the next step,
So
right?
it's E. Here we go. So it'd be.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Seven. Do I have to go down for this one?
You don't have to do anything.
I don't have to do anything. Alright, then music, I'm just kidding.
You don't have to, you know, in music, it's all, in the end, it's all by ear. In the end,
Yeah.
after all this notation that you study for 10 years, in the end, you just write music by ear.
Yeah.
So you don't have to do anything. Except pay your bills. I had a friend, and back in the 80s, who would said, "Don't pay your bills, man, just throw them away, they'll send you more."
God. And now he's in prison.
No, you just get your electricity shut off, and you get your phone shut off, and then, you know, on and on and on. Very good. All right, so now assume root 9, who hasn't gone yet? So 9 of F is G, right? And there's no sharps and flats in the key of F Lydian, right?
Yeah.
When in the key of F major, it's got one flat, right? Well, we're sharpening that for. Good. Okay. How about genie with a plus 11? I'm gonna bar line to cap it off, huh? We got a 13 coming up, huh? How about you on for the 13? Good. Good. Can we copy that down? All right, let me add on to this technique here. All right, so let's say our melody, we want the note E, right? So using triads, we want E, right? Here's our melody note, right? So what do we have for a selection?
A minor.
A minor.
A minor, right? C over G.
C over G.
Yeah.
E minor.
E minor over G.
Okay, so that's 3 chords using triads, right? But then these composers go, hey, that seems a little bit limited. Let me explore a little bit further, please. So what if I just went F major 7?
Mm.
What if I went A minor 7 over E, right? How about E minor 9? Hey,
Hey.
what else we got? So now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chords that you can use an E. Now, a minor 9 is not much of a stretch, is it? We like that chord, right?
Yeah.
But a 13th chord is really thick and dense, right? So you gotta be careful, and again, use your ears, you know, when you're coming up with these, you know? Like if you're writing a song, I think Dick Grove illustrated with a song, he played it in triads, he played it in seventh chords, he played it in ninths and elevenths, then he played it in thirteenths. By the time he got to thirteenths, it was just like super thick. It was almost indecipherable as a song, right? So you gotta be careful. Okay, you guys, so more of this on, what day is today?
Wednesday.
Today's Wednesday? Okay.
Friday.
Friday, yeah.